Good afternoon, everyone. And today we're going to go over the MA faculty meeting agenda. I'd like to start off by thanking everyone for watching these two videos. Okay, they'll be short and sweet. If anybody has any questions, just go ahead and immediately after the videos, you can email me at, everybody has my email address. And also, please remember to email any student follow-ups or new students that are struggling with their grades. Okay, all right, so let's begin. Number one on the agenda here, we have announcements and discussions. So we're going to talk about students now. Let's follow up on Shania Sanders, right? Let's find out, please email me regarding, did she come in for the makeup today at 12? Okay, also we have Valentina Simon. It was last reported at previous meetings that she had low grades and she was showing up late for classes, not showing up for classes. So let's get an update on her. So if that's one of those of your students, please email me immediately after this video and let me know what the status is for them. Had she responded to emails? Last was saying that Valentina had not responded to emails. Okay, and in addition, if anybody else has any other students in their class that are struggling with their grades or having low grades, please email those names to me. Okay, and what the issue is. Okay, thank you very much. All right. So that's any other additional student issues. Okay, so next thing we're going to talk about is helping students. Okay, library resources. This is a very good way for students to find help with topics or or parts of the course that they don't understand, right? In addition to the faculty assisting students, which I know you all do, with assisting students with low grades, please remind them that they can also see Mary Ann Latch in the school library for study resources as well, right? Some students aren't aware that Mary Ann Latch provides resources, study resources for students that can be very helpful. Okay. Third thing on the item on the agenda is student service update. Okay, so again, in the light of supporting students, we have Candice Barcia is now our new director of student services, right? She has been reaching out to students, let her know if someone has poor attendance and or other academic challenges, right? Okay, next item, we have student advisement documentation, okay? We know that the state is coming. We want to make sure that we have all of our I's dotted and our T's crossed. Okay, so please make sure you're following the policies and recording information on Campus View. So let's read through this. As we're coming into the final 2 weeks, please be sure to begin the end of the modules. I'm sorry. As we're coming into the final weeks, or we're beginning the last 2 weeks of the module, we're coming near the end, right? You want to start working on end of module assessments, okay? That means you want to start getting those students to sign those forms and advising them within these 2 weeks. So you don't wait till the last day to try to cover everybody. Some people may not come in certain days. So you want to make sure you have everybody. You should start within these last 2 weeks, weeks 5 and 6. Okay. Also, everyone's going to be studying for finals. So it's more of a chance of someone getting missed or not. So it's better to give yourself a little extra time to get those done. Right? Also, because you need to complete grading all those finals. So you want to give yourself a little extra time. And also check that your mid-module assessments are all completed, meaning you haven't missed any students and maybe somebody doesn't come in that often, or maybe they were out on the day that you handed out the assessment. Just do a double check to make sure that those assessments are done. There's hard copies. Those hard copies should be submitted to Dr. Sharif in his absence. You can submit them to me, right? Also, make sure before you submit those hard copies that you enter the grades and information on those assessments on Campus View, right? You can use, if you're more familiar with Campus Link, that's fine. You can use that one, right? But the important thing is that the hard copies, after you submit the grades on Campus View or Campus Link, right, the hard copies should be submitted to Dr. Sharif or myself, right? Just to make sure that we're all caught up before the end of the module, right? So if you're missing any of the mid-module assessments, please get those done. All right, and if you haven't already started the end of module assessments, please begin those. All right. Okay. Next issue is final grades. We're going to have final grades coming up, guys. We're going to have our finals, and we're going to have a certain amount of time to get those grades in. We typically like to get those grades in on the last day of class or immediately after the final. If you're not doing the final on the last day, the day of that you give the final or the day after, please submit those grades online. All right, through campus, again, through Campus View or Campus Link, whichever one you prefer. All right, you want to get those grades in uh, by the last day of class, I want to say, and definitely before the new module begins. So you don't want to wait until Monday of the new module to get those grades in. You want to get them in like the last, like by the week of the last day of class. You want to do it then. All right. Okay. What else we have here? It says on the first week of the module, please be sure to have the students complete and sign. Oh yeah, okay. So that's moving forward. All right, so everyone, please remember to do that. We're going to go over some, if you have any challenges about using Campus View or Campus Link, we're going to discuss that in a second. But just important, most of us are, well, I can't say most of us, but I think everyone understands how to do that and is familiar with the software at this point. If you're not, that's fine. We're going to discuss what to do if you're not sure how to either find the documentation of the forms or to enter the information on Campus View, or if you don't have the password to get into Campus View, we're gonna be dealing with those issues. Now we already have started dealing with those, but if there's anybody that doesn't have that things they need to do this, please contact me. Let me know right away. Okay. All right. So now, once we completed this final grades, right, we had to start preparing for the next week of class, which is going to be the first day of the new module, right? Please, everyone, remember the first week of the module, right? The students must read and sign the course contracts, the ones that describe all the things they're expected to do, which also includes wearing a uniform, uh, making sure they have those white sneakers on. Okay, that's a very important thing, right? If one of your students, if oh, let me back up. If you're not sure where to obtain the course contract, please ask a senior faculty member. Okay, or you can ask myself, right? Whoever's closest to you at the moment. Right. Please make sure that you do this by the end of the first week of the module, right? So I'm saying that because ideally you should do it the first day, but sometimes students aren't in on the first day or sometimes they're not in on the second day. So by the end of the first week, every student in your class should have completed and signed a course contract, right? All right, and dated it. So please make sure that's done. Okay, so now we were talking about doing all these things on Campus View and Campus Link. What if we are not clear on it? What if we're having issues? I know that the network has been kind of quirky lately, right? So here's one option. Well, first of all, like I said, the last 2 weeks, contact me immediately if you have any issues putting in your grades, final grades, assessment results, any of those, contact me. That's a high priority issue. Contact me immediately via email, and I will get someone to help you or help you myself. Okay. Now, another option, right, just generally that's always there that we just started is what we call technology training. It's a new support program for MA faculty. It's now available for new and senior faculty members, right? We call it the Technology Corner. And what it is, every other Monday, so every 2 weeks, right? All of the faculty members are invited to join it's very quick, if you're not teaching, a 15-minute guided video. Guided means that you can ask questions we'll pause the video and you can ask questions while within the session. So do come, right? All right. And it's basically a guided video walkthrough, right? And it's going to be on one single task. So let's say entering assessment grades on Campus View. We already done that. That was the first session that we had, right? These sessions are recorded, right? And they'll be provided in a video library to all staff members that are looking to review that. Okay. All right. The next task will be, I believe it's going to be entering final grades in Campus View. Right. So we'll do a video walkthrough of that. And it's a short video. It's only about 15 minutes, and we have one every other week on a Monday between 11:40 and 11:55 a.m. Very quick, right? If you have class at 12 o'clock, you can still make your 12 o'clock class. But you get those questions answered really quickly. You can see what's going on. You can ask questions about how it's done. And if you run into an issue following the steps on the video, like we had two people that had a login issue, they didn't have a login password, we can easily resolve that for you, right? So it's very important you do that. Make sure you can get into Campus View. Make sure that you understand how to use the system, and that's what this technology corner program is about. All right. The topics are going to be platforms that we use that we're currently using. Includes Campus View, ADP, Campus. Um, Excel worksheets, which we use all the time, PowerPoint presentations, PDF. We use PDFs all the time to store PDF editing, so how to edit PDF. OneDrive, that's using shared documents through our Outlook email account, and Outlook Calendar, how to set up dates and things like that, right? And if also it can cover like Access Database, which is a record keeping software, right? So you'll get a video, 15-minute video, walking through how to do specific tasks within your software. Okay. How do we pick the task? Well, that comes from you guys. So if there's something that you need to go over or something that you have, you're wondering how to do that you need to start doing, just send me an email, right? And if it's a very popular item and I'm getting a lot of emails on that topic, we will go ahead and create the video to show you how to do that, and we'll post an announcement that'll be on the next session. So I just want you guys to know that that's there for you. All right, so let's go to the next item. All right, so there is an upcoming professional development program that's on August 22nd. Email Lisa Segreto for details, right, on that. I believe some of our MA faculty are already involved in that, but if you're interested in getting involved in that and helping out, or you just want to get more details, contact Lisa Segreto. She'll be happy to help you. All right, and again, let's go over next item, uniforms and attendance policy compliance. We want to make sure we're complying on the computer and hard copies, guys, just as we mentioned before. Every student should be wearing a uniform, right? There cannot be a day when a student comes in and not wearing the white shoes and their designated uniform colors. This is detailed in the course contract, right? That's why it's very important that you get that done during the first week. If you have a student that comes to class and is not wearing a uniform, please ask them to leave and report to Candace Barcia, right? And please also note in an email to Candace the reason the student was sent to her, the student's name, and the date and time the student was sent to her. Mark it on your attendance as well. And of course, CC me on that email. Now, we don't want to send a million and one emails out over every little discrepancy. We're just talking about major things like students come into class without wearing their uniforms. That's a major thing, right? We want to send that email out, CC me, and that's it. Okay. The other thing I'm going to ask you guys to CC me about, if students have also to contact Candace Wesley is, and that's the next topic. If students have issues with their grades, they're getting low grades and they're not coming into class and missing a lot of class, right? We want to, for those students who have low grades and they're getting close to that no return point of failing, you want to send a brief email, the name of the student, what areas the student is weak in as far as their coursework, and any obvious reasons for the weakness, either that you notice on your own or the student has informed you of. Okay, and this is just as important, your suggestions on how to help the student improve, right? If you have any. Sometimes depending on the situation, it may not be something that immediately pops into your head, but that's why we're here as a team. We'll all work on that together, right? But we can't work on it together if we don't know what's going on with the student. And so if you have any ideas on how to do that, that's fine. Add that to the email. Okay, so you're gonna then forward the email to Candace Barcia and CC me on that. Okay, that's just one email. Right? After the initial email, Please don't continue to email about the student on Canvas. We will follow up, but that follow-up will go directly to me. So you send her the first one to let her know there's something wrong going on with that student. And that's the initial email to Candace and CCing me, right? After that initial email, however, please continue emailing only me, right? Well, not only me, but myself. And if you feel a need, Dr. Hunt, right, regarding the student's progress, right? So if you were going to be following up with the student, right, and the same information that we sent in the original email, we're going to be updating that and emailing, just checking on it, emailing maybe once every week and a half, right, until the module is complete. Even if the student is improving or not improving, we just want to know how the student's doing and if the things we're doing to help the student are working, or the student is resistant to the things, or if the student is doing the things we're suggesting and it's not working. So that means we have to look other places. So it's a group effort, guys. You're not alone in this. It's not just your student. They're our students. Will work on helping them together, and that's the main idea of that emailing us. Okay. All right. So let's go back. Item number 9. We're almost done here. Okay, final exams. Okay, final exam week is coming. Please make sure if you will be out on PTO, right? We've already made arrangements for some people that are going to be on PTO for some exams, but if something pops up on an exam, on a final exam or any exam, right? Please make sure the faculty member that is covering for you will have access to the final, and that a copy of the exam is emailed to me, all right? Or provide a hard copy of it. So you can send me a electronic copy, or you can provide me a hard copy. When Dr. Sharif comes back, of course, you will send it to him, right? And please do that the week before the PTO. Make sure that you send that information the week before the PTO, all right? This is just kind of like we want to make sure we have all our bases covered. So if something happens, more than one person has the information that's needed so the class can go on without any kind of problems. Okay, and finally, guys, we have at the ending of this module, you should have started to see these things sometime soon. We have the student surveys that will be posted in the email of the students, or right. So they'll be coming out shortly. Please track the survey percentages. Every teacher, you can't see the surveys, but they send the professors, us, the percentages. All right. So you track your percentages on a regular basis and encourage students to complete them in the first 5 minutes of the class, a lecture, or if you want to do the last 5 minutes or whatever, but encourage them to complete them in class, right? And remind them on a daily basis until your completion percentages are at or near 100%, okay? All right, so that's it, guys. I hope that helped. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me via email. Right, I will be available for any questions. Right, so immediately after this video, please go ahead and uh, email me that information about the students, any students that are struggling in your class, right? Right after you close, this video ends, please be sure to email me the names and the issues with those students so we can include them in the minutes, okay, today. All right, guys. All right, so go ahead and please do that immediately after this, and then that'll be it. Thank you for attending this virtual meeting, and enjoy your weekend.